Hi, I'm Hannah. Welcome to my workshop. Join me today in making a beautiful festive arrangement for the Christmas table. We're going to use the Oasis ring again. This time it's just a 10-inch ring. By the time we filled it out, it'll be 30 to 40 centimetres across, so plenty big enough to go on your table, but not too big that it's going to take over. So we'll start with some spruce, much the same as we were doing our wreath. We're going to go into the side again. Remember, this is the foam, this is the floral foam, this is the foam backing, so only ever in the dark green. So we're just going to go round, popping them in, they're evenly distributed. We can tip them up so that they come nicely down. Because it's a table centre, it would come nicely down onto the table. Not that one. This is where you want nice evenly spread sizes. Turning as I go, still looking for that wheel effect. I'm going to keep the smaller ones just for the top, so I want some bigger ones really to go in around the edge. So probably, I think there's about 10. Nice, evenly distributed. Now I put some eucalyptus back in. If it's got a little thing on the top, just snip it, make it nice and flat. So we just want to go round, following the circle again, just covering any sort of gaps that we had. Not in every, doesn't need to be in every bit. Just to break up the greenery, otherwise it's a very dense green if we don't break it up with some nice lighter shades. That's all I want around the edge. And then we'll put some on the top. So I'm just going to put as well a little bit of the moss. We are having our candle in the centre here, so I don't want to fill it too much, otherwise we won't fit the candle on. But I don't really just want to see that green edge. So a couple of mossing pins. I'm just going to pin it onto the top. Just help so I don't have to fill right up to the edge. A nice silvery filler. Now, depending on how you're decorating your table, I want this quite traditional, but I do want it really festive. So I'm going to make it, I think, a bit more silvery, a bit more winter wonderland. So back to the spruce. So into the middle, and we want to push that down firmly into the Oasis. Same thing, going round. We want to cover that edge. Now these can stand up a little bit more, as opposed to the door wreath where everything was flat. We can have a little bit of height in this. Always making sure we've got a nice clean stem to bob in. Just going to pop that one there. I know it's a bit bigger. Just come over, trim that edge off. Going all the way around. So it's sort of greenery done, I would say. I'm just going to put another one there. That's a bit more balanced. So back to the eucalyptus. And I am just going to stand it up a little bit more. So that one's got a horrid mark on the leaf. I don't want that. Take them out. I'm just going to stand them a little bit more. Not too much. Evenly distributed round. That's probably enough for now. May fill back in with a few. So I've got some of this grevillea that's white. It's sprayed white, but I think it just gives that real winter wonderland effect. So cut it down like a little tree, and I'm going to put it round the sides. This is going to give us that real festive table. But they can come up a little bit, really taking it away from something too traditional. Just a couple more, I think, of those. I'm going to pop some in the top. I think we're having our candle here, so we just want maybe a little bit of height. Not all the way around. I'm not going to do that all the way around. We're just going to choose. I'm going to do them opposite each other. Little details. So we've also got some wax flower, which is really pretty, quite Christmassy. It's a really pretty, delicate. It's almost a bit like a heather, and it'll last really, really well in the oasis. So I want to see it. I'm going to put a few in the edge, but I'm going to try and just stand them a little bit and maybe do them in bunches rather than do them in one little spot. If we make it a bit more dramatic, they're a bit more seen. So making a nice stem. I'm going to do those opposite each other. I've done those opposite, I'm going to do those ones opposite. Then I'm just going to, any little bits, try and use everything that you have. Just pop them round the side. So anybody sitting round, everywhere you sit on the table, it would be nice to have a little bit of interest. So we're just going round. Where that one, see, that's quite tall. I can actually make two out of that. Cut that in half. I'm going to make another little stem there. So I have got a few gaps. I can see as I go around, I can still see bits of oasis. So I'm going to come back, this is where I'm going to come back again with my eucalyptus. Don't want to see gaps. You could also put the spruce in. You have a little bit of spruce left. Really important that we don't see that oasis. You might want to find some slightly smaller pieces. That one's nice. Pop that in there. Just cut that one down. You see when I've cut it, I'm going to make a nice stem, nice clean stem. I can see a bit there. Getting there. Last couple of bits. So we're all, for detail, we'll have some blue eryngium, the sea holly again. Take the greenery off, we don't need the greenery on the stem. And we'll have them in the top and in the side, so just standing a little bit, I think, in the top. I'm going to have one there coming out the side. Little bit of interest at each place as we go round. Take the stem. And also going to pop in a few white birch sticks. We have some birch in the table, in the door wreath, I think, for the Christmas table. To make like a little tree again, just gonna pop them in, sort of to the side, not too sticking up. We don't want them to be too powerful. This is a little bit more rustic look. I think that's probably enough. Change that. If you're not happy with it, you can change it, but just don't make too many holes in your oasis. A couple of pheasant feathers, can't resist them. We are going for the country Christmas table. So cut them down, make a little stem. I think it would be nice to have them seen. So rather than put them in the edge, which you could do, I'm just going to have mine. I'm going to put one slightly standing there. I'll put two together. One higher, one lower. I'm going to do it on the other side as well. So I'm going to have one there, one there. Feathers might not be your thing. You might decide you'd have the dried fruits. And I'm just on this side, just to balance it. And pop one a bit lower down, just trying to mirror what I've done there. So you can see it's still doing the wheel effect. I think maybe just need a little bit more greenery there and there. You can stand back, have a look at your work, take your time, have a coffee. That's a bit better. I think there as well. I can see there. Right, so I'm going to pop a couple of pine cones on. So I'm going to put 3. I think I'll have them on this one side here. I think to have both sides might look a bit too busy, so we'll pop 3 in. So we're going to wire them. So we've got our length florist wire. So if we just push them into the cone, just so that it grabs it, twist your legs of your wires together, twist and turn. I find it easier to hold the wire and turn the cone, and then you can just pop it in. And the advantage of the wire, you can turn your cone to whichever place that you want. Next one, push it in so it's grabbed, twist, push it in. So I've got 2 on the top, and I think I might just sort of sneak that 3rd one underneath a bit, otherwise it's going to be a bit too heavy, a bit too clumpy. Push it in. This cone's a bit more closed, so I've still managed to get it round. Twist. And pop him there. Now, all quite secure. And then maybe just a couple of the dried fruits. I'm going to stick with the greens for this arrangement. So we've got some apple, a couple of pieces of apple, some limes. So we just pop the florist wire through, close to the edge, bend your wires back and twist. Just cut it a little shorter. And then, depending where you would place it, now I think it might be nicer to the side, just sort of popping out, thinking people are looking, you're not dining and looking at it from the top, you are looking from the side. So it's sort of traditional with a green look, botanical, rustic. Twist. And it's quite nice to have two together. I'll pop those two down there. And we'll have these two over on this side. We've got an area of interest really, depending on where you're sat. So these ones will pop there. Smell amazing as well. Twist the legs. And pop it in. Right, that's the table centre. So now you've got your candle, which came with your pack. So this is a lovely ivory pillar candle. So it just sits in the middle. So before the big day, whilst you've got it on the table, I like to put a ribbon on. Just think it looks really pretty. Obviously, take the ribbon off before you light your candle. And just tie it round, close to the top. It just finishes your arrangement off. Nice little knot. Trim the edges at an angle. There we go. A rustic country table centre.